Hi. In this video, I want to talk about the 4 principles of engagement. Yes, what are the things that cause people to be engaged, excited, motivated about something? Now, these aren't the only 4 things, but these 4 principles are essential. If you don't have these right, it doesn't really matter what else you have right. Number 1, people need to feel valued. Now, when we say valued, what we mean by that is specifically we give them some very specific, timely praise. Thank you for the way you handled that issue. Thank you for the way you did that report. Thank you for the conversation you had with so and so. Specific and timely praise. That does not mean 2 weeks later, and it most assuredly doesn't mean at some quarterly or annual performance review. The closer you give the praise to the performance, the greater the probability of it having a positive impact later. Now let's think about it. Have you ever gotten ready to go to work in the morning and you put on a blouse or a shirt for men, and as you put on, you think, wow, the last time I wore this, I had 3 people say, well, that's a great looking shirt. Don't you think about that? So with that, letting them feel valued, we want them to think the next time they run into that situation, that, yeah, I got praise last time I did this thing. So timely and specific praise. The second part of feeling valued is really important, and that is ask their opinion. What? Now, you've heard us talk in another video about the Deming quote. If you want to understand cause and effect in any job, you got to talk to the person standing within 5 feet, actually said 12 feet of the job. Well, that's exactly what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get their opinion about what would you do about this situation? How would you solve this? How have you solved this before? It doesn't mean you're going to do it exactly that way, but we're going to get their ideas or insights to help us be successful. And by the way, when someone asks your opinion, don't you feel valued? Absolutely. And that's what we want, people to feel valued. Number 2, I need to be connected to others. Now, how do I feel connected? Well, there are lots of things you can do, but for sure, you got to have these 2 things. Number 1, people need to feel like they have a coach or a mentor at work who cares about their success. A boss, a leader, a coach, a mentor who cares about them, not just the results they can provide for the organization, but about their success. And number 2, people need to have a team member, a friend who they also feel cares about them and their success and their results. If I've got someone on my team and my boss or a team leader, someone else who I know is motivated about me and cares about me, it's amazing how engaged I'm going to be and how connected I'm going to feel in this organization. Because let's face it, if you don't feel connected, how long are you going to stay? The third principle of engagement is I feel that I'm contributing and I can see how I'm contributing to the whole to make a difference. Now, what that means is I know, do I need to be insightful about what I'm doing and how it helps, but I also need to hear from other people, particularly the leaders in the organization, about how I'm making valuable contributions. When in doubt, tell them. You may have heard me say in another video something an old American author said almost 200 years ago. It was Mark Twain. He said, I can go for about 2 weeks on a good compliment. Now, we're not saying go around and compliment everyone, but for sure, you need to make sure they know that you know their contributions and how valuable and how important those are to the organization. Those contributions are essential. Could you win as an organization without them? No. But why do we so often assume they know instead of thanking them for? Sometimes people say, well, gee, I don't, I want to go out and thank people all the time. I don't, want them to get a big head. That's absurd. The more you recognize the successes of people and what they're doing to contribute to those successes, the more they feel engaged and like they're working for somebody that cares about them. Because if they don't feel you care about them, how soon are they going to leave? In this day and age, your employees are one LinkedIn connection or one Zoom call away from taking another job, unless you're doing something more than just paying a little more. I mean, raising pay, that's the quickest thing that any other organization can meet or exceed. So stop relying on that. The fourth principle of engagement I want to talk about is everyone needs to feel like they're growing personally and professionally year over year. If you're not providing me opportunities to grow, to learn, to get better, why would I stay here? Even if it's something as simple as cross training to another job on a different team. It doesn't mean I have to get more promotions. It doesn't mean I have to get more degrees or certificates. But I do need to feel like, as an employee, I'm having opportunities to grow, to progress, to get better. How long am I going to stay if I'm not growing? I'm going to stay as long as the pay is competitive and the pay is good. I'm going to stay as long as, well, I have to until I find something better. So, if you want everyone to feel engaged, apply all four of those principles. And by the way, you can do it with your boss. You can do it with your peers. You can do it with your kids, your spouse, your significant other. You don't have to just do it with the people that work for you. The more you focus on helping everyone else around you, above, beside, below, feel that they're valued, that they're connected, you recognize their contributions, and there are opportunities for them to grow, and you appreciate what they're doing to grow, wow, the greater the probability of your success. Why? Because of the probability of their success.